Good morning, everyone. So, today I talk about the LAMP framework in HR analysis. I am P. Mahalakshmi from Second Income CA. Before going into my topic, first of all, to know about what is HR analysis. HR analysis, also known as the workforce analytics and or people analytics. So, it is a process of collecting, analyzing, and using employee data to improve HR decision and organizational performance. In HR analytics, the HR manager understands employee performance, employee behavior, a reason for absenting and turnover, and also the training and development needs. For example, if a company noticed that many employees are frequently absent, the HR department collect attendance data. They analyze the data and find that absence is highest in one particular department. After some analysis, the HR identify the reason as work stress and a lot of motivation. Based on the insight, the HR introduced the training program and flexible the working hour. The result is the employee absence is reduced and overall performance improved. In simple, we say that HR analysis help organizations use data to manage employees more effectively and improve overall productivity. In this slide, we see about LAMP framework in HR analysis. So in LAMP framework in HR analysis to help organizations make better HR decisions using data. So you thinking about that why the LAMP framework is used in HR analysis is nothing but used in HR analysis because it provides a clear and systematic approach to analyze employee data and to make effective HR decisions. So the LAMP stand for logical, analytics, measure and process. LAMP framework is used in HR analysis because understand why HR data is beginning measure. So that is a logic and analyze employee data to identify the pattern and the trends. So that is a analytics. And the third one is use a right HR matrix to evaluate performance. So that is a measures. And finally implement HR analytics in a step-by-step process. So that is a process. So now we discuss one by one in detailed manner. So in this slide, we discuss about LAMP framework in HR analysis. First one is logic. Logic means clear thinking. In HR analysis, deciding what to measure and why to measure it before collecting HR data. If understand, I give some example. For example, a company feels that employee productivity is low. Instead of collecting all employee data, the HR used logic and decided to measure, like training hours, skill level of employee, workload, and work settle. Because logically, this factor affect employee productivity. After measuring this, HR can decide whether to connect training or redistribute the workload. So now you clear about the logic is nothing but it help HR decide what data to measure and why it is important. Next, second one is analytics. So analytics means how data is analyzed. It analyzes the data using tools like chart, graph, percentage and a comparison to understand the patterns and trends. Now I'll give some example for analytics. Let imagine some organizations the HR analyzed the employee absence data. So HR collect the data on employee attendance. The data is analyzed using monthly report and a chart. HR find the absence is higher on Monday. So this analysis shows the pattern of frequency absent. So based on the analysis, the HR can introduce flexible work opinions or motivation program because it avoids the employee leave and stable the workforce. So it helps to analyze using this data. So the analysis involve studying HR data to identify the pattern and the trends for the better decision making. Next one is measure. In LAMP framework, measure refers to HR matrix used to evaluate the employee performance and the effectiveness of HR activity. Now you're thinking about it. What should be measured in HR analysis is nothing but I give some example to understand this concept. For example, in the organization, the employee performance rating, absenteeism rate, employee turnover rate, training effectiveness score. It should be measured in the HR analysis. So this help the HR understand the attendance problem and take corrective actions. So measure means what metrics are used to assess employee performance and the HR effectiveness. Next one is process. It is a final component of LAMP. In LAMP framework, the process refers to the step-by-step method used to implement the HR analysis in an organization. In process, it used in step-by-step in HR analysis. First one is collect the employee data and analyze the data and interpret the result. Finally, take HR decision and actions. In example, to reduce the employee turnover, the HR collect exit interview data, analyze the reason for employee leaving, identify the key issues like low career growth, and introducing the training and promoting the policy. This system process help improve the employee retention. Finally, in LAMP framework, the process explains how HR analysis is implemented step by step to improve HR decision making. So finally, it is a concept of LAMP framework in HR analysis. It is important because it helps HR managers make accurate and strategic decisions using the data instead of assumption. Let's move on another slide. So this diagram explains the LAMP framework for HR analytics, which show how HR matrix and analyze the drive strategic changes. So it is the overview of lighting the LAMP framework. Next, let's discuss about benefit of using LAMP framework. It has 7 points. First one is better decision making. Second one is encourage employee performance. Third one is better employee retention. Fourth one is cost saving. Fifth one is identifying the critical area for improvement. Sixth one is identifying the patterns and trends. Seventh one is evidence-based decision making. First one is better decision making. So the LAMP framework helps the organization to make better decision making. For example, if organization notice the employee trainer in the particular software better performance, it can be decided to train all employees in that software to improve efficiency. So it is a first benefit of better decision making. So next point is enhance employee performance. So if identify the factor affecting the performance, a company can improve target method to improve the productivity. So this is the second benefit. Third one is better employee retention. To understand the employee attitude and motivate, it helps to improve the employee retention. And the fourth one is cost saving. So data can reveal weak area where improvement save time and money. And the next one is identifying the critical area for improvement. It organizations can priority change that have most impact. So focusing on training that department first has maximum impact. And the sixth one is identifying the pattern and the trends. So it help forecast future results and plan proactively. For example, the company sales increase every December. The HR had settled most of our incentive for that period. And the last one is evidence-based decision making. In decisions are based on real data rather than assumption, improving accuracy. So these are the benefit of using LAMP framework. Now let us just conclude. In this video, we discussing about HR analysis and also implemented the LAMP. So the LAMP stand for logical, analytics and measure process. Logical means why analysis need. Analytics means how data is analyzed. Measure means what metrics are used. And finally process means how decisions are implemented. So how it help the organization make data driven HR decisions, improve employee performance, boost retention and enhance overall organization effectiveness. Thank you.